As I reflected on the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., I started to realize that there were many lessons that I have learned about being a better person, being who you are, and knowing what you believe in. Here are some things that he has taught me. Always be civil, even in times of darkness, violence, ugliness. He believed and he practiced civil discourse. That's not to say that he was never angered or inflamed by what he faced, but in spite of those feelings, he rose above the ugliness he was confronted with. He spoke articulately, yet strongly, but he was always civil. Peace and nonviolence is better. This was the basic tenet of King's philosophy. He wrote reams about it, spoke about it, and he lived it, even in the face of hostility, aggression, and the ugly violence that ultimately took his life. I can't even imagine the hate and the hostility that he faced on a daily basis. And I am in awe that it did not turn him into someone even more hateful than those who perpetrated such ugliness against him. It reminds me that I can be less petty and less harsh with those who I might not agree with. You can always do the right thing. There's so many of his quotes where he talks about this, whether it was helping others who are less fortunate or taking a stand against something that was just plain wrong. He reminds us all that it is always time to do what is right. Always help others. This is related to his philosophy about doing the right thing and about being a good person. But it goes beyond this. He spoke often about having true compassion. It isn't enough to help those in need, but we must truly care about them, to take a good look and see how they got that way. He asked us to examine how we as a society can change the conditions that led them to be there in the first place. Doing this makes us better as people. I have found that it also makes me feel better. And lastly, never give up on your dream. While his life was cut tragically short, he died in pursuit of his dream. And in spite of everything he faced, he never gave up on it. He faced obstacles I could never imagine having to face, and still persisted. This reminds me that the small things in my life that often seem insurmountable are just excuses for not taking action and are not obstacles. In reality, I am the only obstacle to my own dreams. Keep on believing, keep on dreaming, keep King's dream alive.